down in the club. I always keep that shit on top. My piece flashed like a disco ball. I dance like I don't give a fuck. I flush my drinks.
Guys, welcome back to the Drone Camps channel. Today I have an awesome review for you because, well, remember how I told you FMS was going to send us some really cool stuff to review? This is the first of many airplane reviews we have coming up on the channel for this year and 2026. And the first plane that I have up for review is taking me back to my childhood because originally one of my first RC airplanes, and I know this is crazy, but just gives you kind of an idea of what type of character I am and have become in the world of RC, because my first RC airplane was an 8-foot glider. And today's review, we're going to review an 8-foot wingspan glider all over again. This is a purely beautiful sailplane. It is a ASW-17 from the ASW series sailplanes. It is 25mm, and technically that is 8 foot 3 inches. And let me show you here. And there it is, all in one piece. Now, to get started, telling you about the sailplane, I have to tell you one thing right up front. This comes PNP for around $250. It comes to you in that huge box that I showed you. Now, one of the coolest things about this sailplane is the fact that it does have metal gear servos. It has plug-in wings on both sides, and it has these huge metal spars that kind of rotate into the center brace where this wing snaps in. Now, it does have snaps underneath here that you can push together, and it will unlock the wing. You don't have to put any kind of like packing tape on here or anything to extra secure the wings on, like I've done before with a lot of larger planes. Sometimes I'll just do it out of habit so that I don't have a wing fly off. But this brings me back to my childhood because, again, my first plane was an 8-foot glider that my dad sent me. It was one of the tow-up gliders, if you guys are familiar with that in the RC world. Now, I wanted a sailplane like probably 10 to 15 years ago when I was primarily flying airplanes and helis. And the problem is that sailplanes, if you look them up, a lot of them were made in Europe, a lot of the really large ones, and they had to ship from Europe, but also they were $1,000 or more, sometimes thousands of dollars, to get a large scale sailplane. So in 2025, it's pretty cool that we can get one of these, you know, and add your own receiver on here, add your own battery, your own radio, set it up. Maybe you can use the Reflex 3 on it as well, and you'll get 3 flight modes on here, stabilize and manual and all that cool stuff, which is also adjustable by Bluetooth and an app. And I'll show you more about Reflex 3 coming up on the channel, but it does have flaps again. It has all the servos built into this plane already, a 13.5-inch prop. It has around a 3000 series brushless motor and a 40 amp ESC. So you can run this on something like a 4S 4000 milliamp battery and get really long flight times of 30 minutes or 50 minutes or more. So very long flight times. You can fly at line of sight, or you can add a flight controller to it, which we might absolutely do. I do have some stuff coming up for that, for this plane on this channel. So if you want to see an FPV setup, stay tuned for that. But today we're going to take it out. We're going to slap a 360 camera on top of here so you can see all the way around it while we fly. And I'm going to use my hat cam as well, like I do in my reviews. And you guys will be able to see some ground footage of it and some wild takeoffs that the first takeoff, I accidentally had my flaps down, full flaps taken off, and it really didn't want to get off the ground. So don't do that when you launch yours. You're going to have to give it 2 or 3 steps and really javelin this thing. It is quite heavy, and you'll feel it once you get a battery in there. It has a lot of mass to it, so you want to have a big open field. The park is really not the place for this one, but if you have a big farmer's field or an AMA field or something like that where you have extra space, you can do that and make it work. It also has a really large landing wheel on the bottom of it, which works quite well even in the grass, as you're going to see in this review. So let's go ahead and do a crazy wild takeoff and then restart. We'll fly it again, and then we'll see how the landing goes at the very end of it. But let's go ahead and fly together. As always, guys, all things RC here on the channel. I'm Justin Davis. Let's go to the field. Now the question is that 360 camera stay on there, or is it going to fall off? I'd rather have it nose heavy than tail heavy.
Yeah, right. Perfect.
But I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. You want me to hand launch it for you?
I want to be the one to hurt it if I do.
Oh, you want to be the hand launcher and the flyer?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I do the same.
Yeah, I'm a little. Alright.
Gotcha.
I don't want this.
Run with it and like, whoa.
Dude, you got jab on this bitch. Alright, let's go, you guys. Javelin.
Yeah.
Go, baby, go. It's got an extra weight on. Uh-oh. It's not turning.
Low power.
Very slow. I don't think 3S is enough. I'm gonna have to come back and land.
Oh, that's fine. Do you have the reflex on?
Yeah.
That was safe mode or just AS3X?
Reflex full. I think I don't have enough rudder.
No rudder. It's probably because it's in that won't let you tilt it halfway.
Yeah.
You might have to fly without that.
I might have to turn that off to manual. I think it would have been fine. All right, brother. All right, here we go. We give it a little bit of running start. Let's go.
You know, it's just one of those days, but we got the plane up in the air, and it's looking pretty good up there from the ground, but now I'm just a little bit nervous.
Yeah, a little bit of crosswind. Not for the faint of heart. A little bit silhouette-y up there.
This guy's a little weird looking up there when you're looking at it.
Yeah.
Clouds.
Dude, the flaps were down on takeoff. I didn't realize.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't know which way they are. I never used playing with flaps. So flaperons or whatever.
It was not good. I realized, as soon as I realized, I let them off, and then I just went full throttle to get up.
You had to.
Yeah, it
Glider has so much power though.
what's that?
It's nice that the glider has that much power. A lot of gliders are just barely enough to pull you up there.
Yeah, that 4S really helped it a lot. My Fly Sky receiver is not going very far though. I need to switch that out.
Is it the IA-10B?
Yeah. Well, it's RF signal critical right now.
Alright. Sometimes just turning it off and turning it back on and grab 50 channel repairs or repairs cleanly or something weird. Sometimes it's all it takes. Mine sometimes be dumb and I'm like off and back on.
Did you? I love the sound of it when it went by.
I'm not sure why that is.
I'm gonna come in and land. I'm gonna land from the left, you guys. All right, coming in for a landing.
Oh, nice.
Wheel spun pretty quick.
Woo!
That was great.
Man. So there is a lot of difference between flying an FPV drone and something this large. I'm telling you, the adrenaline when you're flying this is insane. I haven't felt that amount of adrenaline for a long time flying RC. So I am very, very happy with how much fun it is to fly. And I think what we need to do next time is probably do a little FPV on it, so I can kind of see what's going on with how it feels up in the air as far as the throttle goes, the glide ratio and all of that. It does have a little bit of a flat wing, clipped wing on it. Not a lot of dehedral, so it is a much faster sailplane. than some other sailplanes that have a lot of dehedral in the wing. That just means like more flipped up wingtip. So this one is meant for speed, which I could absolutely see. I also have to adjust my flaps because my flaps have way too much all the way down right there. And on takeoff earlier, when we almost crashed, that's what happened. I had flaps down and not realizing it. I was so excited, ready to take off for our second flight, that I forgot to put them back up. But when I realized it, I put them up full throttle on the 4S, and it has enough power to just climb right out. So it was a great quick save, and you know, that's how it goes in the land of RC airplanes. Like, you live to fly another day sometimes, but that's what it's all about, having fun and trying to keep the plane in one piece, which it is now, thank God. All right, guys, we got this baby back in the shop in one piece, and I'm pretty lucky to have this still in one piece, because the first flight with the cartwheel, it did hit the ground at a hard angle, and really I was pulling full stick to the right, and it was just not wanting to turn. And big part of that was with the reflex setup. I had the gains way too high, and the sensitivity was too high for the stabilization. So I was having very limited amounts of aileron and yaw in the back. So it was turning like an Escalade, really hard and large around the field. I couldn't make a tight turn to really land where I wanted to land. So that was a big issue. If you get this app downloaded, the FMS Reflex app, you can adjust all the different control surfaces, the sensitivity of that. My advice to you guys is don't turn it way up, because it will not let you turn very well, and it'll want to fly in a straight line and just keep you level. So to give yourself a good amount of stability, but still be able to turn good enough, you need to just kind of leave them around the default. Don't crank them up like I did on the first time around. So I have used Reflex before, but I was just playing around with the app. And in the shop, it looked like things were kind of stabilizing out pretty well. But when I got to the field test it with this large glider, it was very different than flying some of the park flyers. And since it is larger with larger control surfaces and all that, it changed a lot of the way that this glider flew. So be aware of that. But the good news is that when it did hit the ground, it cartwheeled. It held together very well. The wings didn't even pop off. You know, and they sort of went up on the vertical and came down and smashed down and landed. And it was, you know, I thought I had broke something, but I walked over, checked it out. Nothing was broke. And then on the second flight test, I left the flaps down. I had hit the switch by accident when I went to take off. It's another thing in RC where when you're flying planes, stuff just happens. It's kind of crazy. And I saved it because I realized that the flaps were down. I flipped the switch and I just full throttled and took off. And the plane's motor, with the 3000 series motor in the front, just climbed right out. And we were able to save it. And it has a ton of lift with this massive 8-foot wing here. So you do have pretty big control surfaces on the wing and the tail. And in certain situations, it can get you out. Now, I didn't see any stall characteristics. We'll play around more with that later. You're not really going to do barrel rolls and things like that with this plane unless you're way up high and you're doing it maybe FPV or line of sight way up high. I know some people do that, but it depends on the pilot again. For me, my second go around with this, I wonder what it would fly like with a flight controller in it and some FPV on there. So I think that maybe will be our second video on the ASW-17 coming up. I mean, I thought it was pretty versatile. For me, it's like a giant platform to do whatever I want. I can add LEDs up and down this thing. I can put a flight controller in it, and I can also fly at line of sight. So it's, no matter what, I'm going to have fun with it. And it just has a lot of opportunities for something that costs $250. You know, most people already have a radio, and you buy AS3X, or you can get Reflex V3 and put in here, and you'll be off and flying this thing in a matter of an afternoon putting it together. It's not a lot to put together. It's pretty much all ready to go with Metal Gear servos, and something this large, it really needs Metal Gear servos. So I think it's a cool plane that I think is pretty understated out there. I don't think a lot of people know about this one. So if this review helped you out, please do check out our link below. If you already have one, make a comment down below and let me know how yours flies. So far, I love it. It's a really, really nice plane, and I look forward to flying it again. And I just really love having this plane. So I'm very excited about my ASW, and I think I'm going to be visiting some AMA fields with it very soon and showing it off to the guys. But thanks again for watching my channel, guys. We do all things RC, not just FPV drones and stuff, just everything. We do all things RC. So be sure to subscribe. Get in on that giveaway coming up December 15th, giving away that 5-inch racing drone. Guys, take care, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.